Hello, and my name is Shanae Jones, and this is K&KY. I am a certified sex coach, and I spend my days and nights researching different things that I think would help most people with just some common basic uh, questions, concerns that you may have related to sex. And, a lot of times I find that the sexual concerns that we have are not always based just in sex. There's always some type of contributing factor that says, hey, something over here isn't really quite right. So it's impacting my ability to either have sex or enjoy sex. And one of those things is intimacy. And so this is part three of a four-part series where we're talking about different types of intimacy. So we have talked about emotional intimacy, which is where you're needing to connect with somebody at an emotional level, and perhaps that's not really happening in your relationship. So your that part of you is lacking something. And then we talked about physical intimacy and the differences between physical intimacy and sex. There is a difference. So if you're not sure, go back and look at part two. This is really talking about intellectual intimacy. Now, if you're not clear what intellectual intimacy, let me explain it to you. So there is a curiosity that we all have, especially when we meet new people. It's the whole getting to know each other, learning about your life, who you are as a person, and over time, especially as our relationships grow and develop, we get to know each other. And the surprises are less frequent. The things you don't know about each other, that list shortens. But if you're an adult person, there is a whole lot of life that can happen, a lot of feelings and thoughts about the world, and things that are going on in it, that perhaps you, in your relationship, you kind of forget to talk. You forget to talk about you and things you used to do. And don't get me wrong, there are certain conversations that perhaps are not the best to have. Certain high level conversations about past relationships, great. Intimate details about things you used to do with your, probably not. Depends on your relationship with your partner. But what were you like as a kid in high school? What kind of things did you like growing up versus the things that you like now? What did you watch on TV perhaps that you found that was interesting? There is never a possibility of running out of things to talk about. It's just that we just stop. And so when we do that, we start to lose some of the things that made us so curious in the beginning of our relationship. The that mystery, that yearning to get to know you. I am a different person today than I was yesterday, even because today I took a class, and we're learning about leadership, and we're learning about the the need to invest in people, and how it's less about getting things done than making sure that the people who are around you are happy. And so we tend to forget people. But when we're talking about intellectual intimacy, it would be great if, I was able to just spill all the things that I learned today and have that person just absorb it and be interested and ask me questions and dialogue with me and figure out, hey, yeah, that sounds interesting. Tell me more. Have conversations. As adult people, we get so stuck in the mundane that we forget that we are very interesting ourselves. Reality TV is not all that there is. You have your own version of reality that If somebody put your life on camera, what would they get to know about you? Treat every new day as a new opportunity to share your thoughts, your feelings, your opinions, your impressions with the person that you are in a relationship with, the person that you care about most. Just remember that when you're trying to talk about intimacy, sharing information with the person that you care about and love is a great way to reconnect and to stay connected in your relationship. I am Shanae Jones. This is KNKY, part 3 of a 4-part series. Part 4 is coming up, where we're going to be talking about experiential intimacy, which is a matter of doing things together. Follow me across all social media platforms, DOYOUKNKY. Check out my new website. It just launched, relaunched a couple of weeks ago. Again, thank you to the 7,000 plus Instagram followers. And hopefully, if you like this and you found this interesting, you'll subscribe to stay tuned for future content. And if there are things that you would like to talk about, please feel free to send me a message and let me know. Also, I offer free 30-minute consultations and as for the coaching services, and I would love to work with you. And I hope that you found this information helpful. Thank you very much. I'll talk to you soon.